Hi everyone, welcome to CSR2. Today we have another Zelda 2 Randomizer Max Rando Tournament 2022 Swiss Round 2 race here between TH and MiRai. I'm Star, and with me on comms is Drossi. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm really excited for these runners, obviously both well-known in the community, TheAlanHeffley, in fact, being, the organizer of the community and this tournament, and MiRai being one of the top runners across the board. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this match here.
Should be a good
Um,
one.
and as you've warned me, we have some interesting settings in this one that the runners have discovered already. Um,
Well, we know, Drossi, they haven't hit the start button yet. They and
oh.
everyone in chat will find out in about 10 seconds.
But you can at least see the starting items and spells on the track here.
Well, some of the starting spells, one of the starting spells, and one or maybe all of the starting spells, and some of the starting items, yes.
But yes, one life
Eek!
bar, one gem.
4 lives. Shield, jump, fairy, boots, flute, cross, and hammer. That's a start.
Hey, nearby town, that's good.
Rando, which they don't have the spell in it. Okay, so spell by start. And yes, we've got the beepity beep for MiRai today. Yippee!
I'm guessing they're gonna at least find out where the trophy is. Oh, magic jar in the west. Okay, that's something.
Alright, that's not completely useless information.
And trophy in the east. Of course, we don't know how we're getting to the east, this being Max Rando. It could be a bridge, it could be a raft, we could have to go through Death Mountain to get there.
There was what, magic jar in the west, trophy in the east?
Oh, and here we have Fairy Cave, that is Fairy to Palace 3 Cave is what I think of it as for vanilla.
Yeah. It looks like we've got ourselves a mountainous biome, which is always fun, as we see P1 is a very, very dark blue. I like that shade, actually.
Huh. TAH is going in and MiRai is continuing to explore.
It is a one-gemmer, and it is possible to potentially beat P1 on new items, so we'll see. Bridge to an island's east, lovely, or island something at least.
And hey, that starting hammer coming in handy. Also, starting fairy spell means that the game does expect us to be able to beat palaces.
Yes, so technically they do need an ability to cast the fairy spell. It was 94 on it's 94 on Magic 1 that is not presently castable. Also, yes, happy belated Women's Day. Thanks, Irene. Not sure who else. To all of the others who identify as she, her in chat, happy Women's Day. Yep, and that's a vanilla shuffled Death Mountain, I think.
Wow. I haven't seen
I'm not sure if that's straight vanilla or
Death
vanilla
Mountain.
shuffled, but that's a thing.
Yeah, I haven't seen a vanilla Death Mountain map in a while, and MiRai is just getting clobbered here. Wasn't even able.
Vanilla shuffled are very difficult to distinguish, and I have no memory of what the vanilla cave actually where the vanilla cave actually enters to in Death Mountain, so I have no idea if that's vanilla or French or vanilla shuffled. It doesn't make as much of a difference anyhow in DM, but not fun.
MiRai really having trouble even just getting that first health level. Alan's managed to do that at least.
Yeah.
Okay, 150p bag. And he takes the attack level. Interesting.
Yeah, also, P-Bag, not really what you want to see in a one heart container scene. The more of those we see, the more likely there are no heart containers in this scene, or at least less heart containers. TH takes a game over and P1 is like, yeah, I quit. Don't blame him. Also, it seems like they're kind of stuck on the western edge of the map right now. I'm wondering how this is probably their path for the east and the west. Keep seeing
That
this island
got
to
us
the east.
somewhere. That does look like the east with all that lava.
Well, we've seen Death Mountain, and it's definitely not Maze Island, so... Process elimination, they've got an island to east. That is the edge of the map. Okay, that's good.
Hey, there's the raft. That could be our... We know how to get to Death Mountain, we know how to get to the east. Raft could be our Maze Island access. But
it could be.
Since we only need to place one gem, we might not need to go to Maze Island. But maybe it has a heart container.
TH finding P4 here in the east.
As MiRai also discovers the path to the east.
Well, not a path they're going to be beating. Red Rock is also right next to P4. That's fun.
MiRai again turning down a life level.
Yeah.
TH checking out the palace.
It's not a palace, it's Sunken Teabag Cave.
Oh! Yes, my mind just automatically goes to Three-Eyed Rock as a palace, but yes, Max Rando, of course it doesn't have to be.
Yep. Hey Slamu, this is indeed fun. Beep! It's a 1 heart, 1 gem, 4 life seed. They started with everything that's currently on the tracker. This is gonna be an interesting one. 1 heart and 1 gem means that if they can manage, this can be a very fast seed, but they do need a few more levels and preferably a bit more equipment.
So, TAH just found the trophy while MiRai found a magic jar.
Yep. Those being...
So, trophy will get us the spell.
Yep. Nostra's got to miss. Let's see, average seed time for Z2R. Well, for top runners can sub 115 most standard seeds. Even more mid-tier runners can usually sub 130. Max Rando, on the other hand, can be anywhere between 5 minutes and 2 hours.
Yeah, we have had, I think so far this tournament, the shortest seed was about 14 minutes and the longest was about 2 hours, 16 minutes.
Something like that, yeah. That's for the winners. The losers can take longer than that as well.
Well, I think that was just in the first week.
I think so.
Before we separated winners and losers rounds and Swiss.
Mm-hmm. I gotcha, Nostra. Yes, OTR is a very different game from this. Alright, they're both just exploring right now, hoping to find a bit more equipment. The water tile was unfortunately just a 1-up for TH, something he really did not want to see. That's a death. Yowp. Yeah, I remember that one zeroing. Last time we had a seed that was over an hour and a half, and both runners ended up quitting the seed because it sucked.
Ooh, Fairy is just barely castable for MiRai now. I think he got it down to 80 at level 3 magic.
80, yeah.
Yep.
It is taking up his entire magic bar. Yay!
But it's castable.
It is castable on Magic 3 with 5 magic jars, yes. And barely castable is enough in a 1-gem seed. Yeah, it was TH versus Jackamus who got clunked with the seed that ended up being a double forfeit. It was just bad. TH is trying... They're stuck in a very limited part of the west here. I think it's about half the map. And I think we're in the western half of the west, now that they can really tell. Nice edit key.
That was a nice find for MiRai. He gets the magic key, so now he doesn't have to cast Fairy to get through dungeons.
Nope. Convenient. I'm starting to wonder where the rest of this west is, because we seem to be locked out of most of it. I'm not even sure which direction is the rest of the west. It's somewhere. I'm wondering if they have direct access to it even, because sometimes Mountain Spines want you to go to a connector, take a connector to a different continent, and then take a second connector from that other continent back, because I'm not seeing a pass-through cave. Or any other signs of the rest of this west for that matter. It just doesn't seem to exist right now.
Hey,
Yeah,
MiRai
there might be
takes.
access from the other end of Death Mountain. Oh, actually, I see a little cave there just at the edge of the map screen for TH. That is further south from where they are right now.
And
how are they getting there? I've got no idea.
MiRai is diving P1 now. He has gotten up to life 3, so he might be able to withstand 2 hits even with 1 heart container.
It's possible, yeah. Is that fairy cave at least that goes south? Okay, thanks. Lost track. That would explain why they haven't taken it yet due to fairy being expensive as all heck.
And TAH is going to turn in that trophy and pick up the spell.
Oh, that's just a jar on P1. Yeah.
That is a lame palace item.
That is a very lame palace item as TH gets a spell, which is 61, so castable but not really worth it here at Magic 2. But yes, a blue jar in P1 is distinctly lame.
You know what else was distinctly lame? That Iron Knuckle dropped a 20-point P-bet.
Yeah, that's also very, very lame. I guess, yeah, MiRai was out of magic, so that was helpful, but
Red
still.
Iron Knuckles are 200 XP, though. That's really nice.
That is really nice. TH should be getting whatever this item is. I'm presently having a brain fart as MiRai takes a death. Yeah, we've already seen 3 junk items, 11 minutes.
Is in the cave that will get him the 5th magic jar.
Okay, that's what it was. I couldn't remember which item was in here.
At least I'm pretty sure it's this cave.
Yeah, we are only 11 minutes in. We've done like 6 or 7 item checks, and like half of them have been junk. Not good signs about the existence of heart containers today.
Hey, and we find Horsehead already.
That wasn't too bad. Apparently we were mistaken. The 5th magic jar was sunken P-Back Cave, which, yeah, correct, actually. So I'm forgetting what this item is then for TH. We'll see in a minute. That's a jar drop from MiRai from Horsehead. Should be life 4.
And hey, the way to Great Palace is open. We haven't seen Great Palace yet, but he can get in if he finds it.
Yeah, now where is GP is the next question.
At 334 with 1 heart container.
334, 1 heart container. Fairy that is just barely castable. No down stab, no up stab. Yeah. GP sounds like a great idea, Drosty.
Oh, but MiRai is going to be our first runner to go through this connector. Because TAH still can't cast Fairy to go through that connector. So this could be how we get to the rest of West Hyrule.
It most likely is. It's this or shenanigans with continental connectors. Yeah, it could be. No glove either. Oh, that's a caldera, actually. Fun. That explains why it's a little bit more.
And there's Great Palace.
Okay, that's a thing.
MiRai is going to attempt it with 1 heart container and no thunder spell.
I mean, you can at least take a look in here. He's getting a 150-point P-Bag that was in this cave, and he unfortunately loses all of it. That's an immediate glove block from MiRai.
That is also true. So we absolutely need the glove, and may well need thunder.
Yep. Alright, there's always a catch, and that was the catch. Hi, we need the glove. It's a waffle room. Brilliant.
But
So
we
yes,
are
the glove.
finally seeing, here's Saria.
Yep. Fire in it. Alright.
Which
I might
may
actually
or may
pick that
not
up
be
now.
linked to something.
Mm-hmm.
Convenient we have the boots, then we don't need to find Bagu.
I think he might have been able to just walk around anyhow. I wasn't looking too closely at the map. Who knows where Bagu is? It's, I think, likely in the southern half someplace, but who knows where. TH is
Someone
heading
left
back
a
east.
mirror under the table. Imagine that.
Yeah. Yeah, besides where I didn't need to go find Bagu anyhow, he does have Castable Fairy. I only know one spell, indeed. 82 for fire.
Can't even cast it.
That is impressively expensive at Magic 3 for fire. Usually it's a smidge cheaper than that. Oh yeah, Zeroing. Trolls would have loved this.
Oh, and TAH finds New Kasuto, which has the life spell. Probably want to get that, just in case, I mean. Not gonna do us much good right now. Oh, Stonehenge is just a pea bag.
Oh, nothingness there. Who knows what fire is linked to Nido here in the southern half of things.
Yeah.
I think all the towns except for Rudo ended up in the southern half because he saw the northern half.
At a minimum, we can get downstab here. I didn't see what spell is here.
I did not. We saw this earlier. I don't know. I think we did. They did not start. Oh, shield spell is in here. Exactly. No, I might not be able to read. I always struggle with reading the placements of the spells in the list.
Oh, and there is the glove in the spell hidden building in New Kasuto, so the trophy is hard required today.
Yes, it is. That's a good find for TAH. MiRai hasn't stumbled across that yet.
Right.
There's a raft tile in the southernmost bit of the west.
So MiRai will have to at some point go back to East Hyrule, get the trophy, go back to West Hyrule, get the spell, go back to East Hyrule, find New Kasuto.
Yep, that's good. That keeps it spicy. TH is behind on both levels and exploration, but that's a really good item for him. He sees Nibiru and turns right around. Yeah, they started with the spell from there, which I think was jump, and I can't read him.
There's Thunder, and it's castable.
How much was it? I missed it.
64. Thunder's cheaper than fire. Who would have thought?
Go east to find the candle. Thanks, game. Thanks. But yes, the cast of spells being a little funky today. Fairy's in Darunia, and I'm scared of raining.
Guess we don't need the child today.
Yeah, we do not. Which I think means that what is there? Reflect has gotten itself stuck in Old Kasuto today, I think, then. None of that overly matters. Nice magic jar from MiRai.
Hey, now we can cast fire. Not that we need it, given that everything else is cheaper.
Yeah. It might go down to the next magic level if you can get it.
Would be really nice to see a heart container, but there is no guarantee there are any heart containers in this seed.
We've seen a lot of junk so far. There might not be any. Because there's only, I think, 4 junk items in the vanilla item pool, and the more junk we see, the more likely there were extra added because there are less than the usual heart containers. That jar that MiRai just saw adds to the idea that this is probably not good. that front. Our final palace in the west is P3 or 6. Gonna get the jar and get back out of here. Doesn't feel like taking it without the glove. I don't blame him. He doesn't need it.
Oh, and there's our other entrance to Death Mountain.
Yep.
So both Death Mountain entrances connect to the west.
Yes, they do. I think this is a straight vanilla Death Mountain. I'm really bad at remembering the vanilla, but I think both connectors were vanilla.
Yes, both connectors were vanilla. I don't know if that necessarily means that the rest of everything is, but if so, we can.
And vanilla shuffled are very, very similar.
Yeah, that's vanilla. I mean, here's Spectacle Rock.
And another junk item. Jeez. There's just no heart containers in the seat, apparently. What did TH just get off the desert tile? I missed it.
1 up.
Yeah, there's no items in this seat. There's no heart containers at the rate we're going. We've seen so much junk. To be fair, they start with several. They did start with a few items, so there are some extra junk items added because they're starting stuff, but that smells like there was at least 1 or 2 hearts removed from the pool.
Ooh, full magic jar drop, that's good. MiRai just needs to be able to get through this without losing all his lives.
Possibly old Darling. Yeah, there's still some item checks left, Clem. So most of our palaces, Maze Island, if they ever bother taking the raft tile to get there. The old jar lady, if they find enough magic jars for that. There are ideas, just not fun ones, mostly. TH is having the classic good old wander around the islands, trying to see where is the edge of the map, what is everything. What's going on here? Because island biomes are a pain to navigate. We saw 2 separate 1-ups on the east even, that's not been a good day for that.
And we're in the item room now in Hammer Cave.
Mm-hmm. And another P there!
Oh no!
Okay.
What are you gonna do with those points, MiRai? Life or magic? Magic,
the other
apparently.
6 for TH.
Okay, MiRai's back in East Hyrule, so he could find the trophy this time.
Good, yeah. TH has gotten up to Magic 3, but is still missing the Magic Jar from the east that will get him a castable fairy. And he needs that to get to the southern half. He needs that to get to GP.
He's trying to farm those red iron knuckles, but all he's getting are red magic jars.
This is P3. Sometimes you don't have much luck with that, but there we go. P3 or 6, correction. It does get one of these now, so that should be attack 3 for him, I think. No, life 3. Life 4, that works. Oof.
MiRai had enough magic jars to get into that room in New Kasuto, and that actually gives him the candle.
Okay.
But the problem is, with him now doing the rest of New Kasuto, it makes it less likely that once he finds the trophy, that he'd be inclined to get the spell and then take it back here and use it.
I mean, Jossie's other items or item locations are Death Mountain or Maze Island and Go Dig Palaces, and Go Dig Palaces is not an appealing idea on this set.
That's true. We're running out of tiles here.
We've seen as to the overall the item locations. Yeah, there's not that much available. Also, with the trophy medicine, also the medicine and child both missing, as well as 2 magic jars also being. That's 4 items, and we don't have that many item locations. Yeah. good seed so far. TH surprisingly not getting knocked in lava the first time, and Commentator's Curse gets jumps into anyway the next time. At least they have 4 lives. MiRai looking for hints, it seems. As well as getting what is jump, I think, out of here. Well, I think I started with it. That is not useful.
And all of these characters know nothing.
And that would have been a game over for TH, so he updates out of there. Neither of them has asked for a mercy roll. They have, for what it is, like, these are both pretty experienced runners. They decided, I'll stick out the 1 heart container. They do have a decent number of items. They do have 4 lives. It's not the absolute most hot garbage seed I've ever seen. It's just annoying. It just sucks, but it is doable.
Theoretically, they have 5 more minutes to ask for the mercy rule.
Yeah, but I think they've both gotten to a point where they're getting sufficient survivability that it's manageable. It's very rare to get an mercy roll.
It would just be nice to get another heart container.
It would, I just don't think they exist.
I mean, that's just truly awful to start them on 1 heart container and not have any in the seed.
I mean, if there is one, it's either in Maze Island or buried in a palace at this point. I think we've seen pretty much all the accessible overworld locations, Strassi.
Yeah, I think so.
Because we've seen all 4 items on overworld items on the east and both in New Kasuda. We saw both items out of Death Mountain, and I'm fairly certain we saw all 6 items out of the west. If they want to find a heart container, they're going for a dig.
Well, MiRai's found Darunia, so he's going for upstab here.
Yeah, MiRai's on a serious hunt for glove. TH is just not able to get places right now. Without Fairy.
And MiRai still hasn't gotten the trophy.
Nope, because that is in the spell tower.
He needs the trophy to get the spell.
No, wait, I've got it backwards. The trophy's in, I think, an item cave someplace or another, but
Yeah, it's in one of the item caves in the east. He just hasn't been to that one.
Yeah.
Not even gonna bother getting reflect.
Nope. Game over again for TH. 4 lives helps a bit, but you're still just mostly on Oko mode. Even Life 4 does not make a huge dent in 1 heart container. MiRai is not overly thrilled about seeing that 1-up.
Yeah, he needs to start doing item caves over here.
He's done the other item cave, I think. He just hasn't done the one that has the, he just doesn't have the, just hasn't done the one with the trophy in it.
And I don't think he's gonna traverse the Valley of Death, so he's running out of things to do here.
I'd be pretty concerned if he decided to try the Valley of Death at 1 heart container and no need for gems, yeah.
Come on, MiRai. Oh yeah, was it? It's the. I think it was the item cave that's at Three-Eyed Rock, wasn't it?
It might be, actually, yeah. Right, needs to remember in that case that it's, could be saying it's not a palace. Well, he's heading there now, at least. That's good. TH is paused. I am unsure why he has not said anything in the race room. Oh, he's back, okay.
Yeah, here we go. MiRai is gonna get his trophy. And that is his progression, and he'll probably just start diving GP at that point.
I think so, which puts TH in an unfortunate spot. He just hasn't managed to survive long enough to get his magic jar that he needs to cast Fairy to, get to GB. That's put TH in a real pickle, unfortunately. Trophy gets Spell, which gets Glove, Slamu, and GP has a Waffle Room as the first thing you see. Alan has not been able. He tried dipping in P1 earlier, but low levels, no fairy, game over, and decided I am gonna come back later. His fairy is a miserable AD at Magic 3. He only has 4 magic jars. He, I think game over before he could get his 5th magic jar to the east and is in a bit of a sticky spot here. And speaking of game overs, that's another one. Ouch.
So I just realized MiRai's gotten his spell. He still hasn't gotten his glove, though.
No, I'm not sure why he's going back south, I'll be honest. They could swear he's gone. I was like, MiRai, he's going for Base Island and not,
well, I mean, got 2 items here.
Yeah.
Maybe one of them will be a heart container.
The river being of moderate use today, actually, for a change. Sometimes it can be completely useless. Now, it's one item just northeast. Yes, okay, magic
Vanilla.
7. Is that actually nice? Magic jar number 7. Nice, but not what he was looking for particularly. It's not a glove and it's not a heart container.
And that's P2.
Yeah, one heart container is being a bit of a pain for them both. MiRai tries to kill that Redless Outpost, takes death, and I would just round.
I don't know why he's doing this when you can go around the other side.
Same here. I was like, MiRai? Why? And it's nothing anyhow.
And here's our other item.
Okay.
8 magic!
8 magic jars and no heart containers. Excellent.
I mean, we can cast spells left and right. And P2's small enough, maybe you go in for the item here.
Maybe. If there is, although that means that we have now seen every single overworld item location. If there is a heart container, they have to dig a palace for it.
Yep. And ironically, there are no magic jars in palaces.
Nope. Because we saw all of them. So MiRai's gonna try and dig P2 here, a rather bright shade of yellow. Hoping he can maybe do so. Also, TH has finally gotten up to Magic 4. 73 actually is still nasty, but a slight bit cheaper. Doesn't make a huge difference. I still think 6 is longer than 2, Joshi.
I mean, MiRai has life. He could cast it rather than taking a death like that. Even with only one heart container, life is useful. TAH has actually been using it to pretty good effect. Okay, I think this is gonna get MiRai to New Kasuto and he'll get his glove. Or not? Has he forgotten which one was New Kasuto? I think he suddenly realizes he walked right by New Kasuto. As TAH takes a game over here. It's the other one. Here you go! Now, it looks like TAH might be just trying to farm up enough experience to get his magic to the point where he can cast Fairy for 64 or less. But that glove is MiRai's go mode. I think he's just gonna try GP now with 3, 4, 4, and 1 heart container. So into GP we go. If anyone can do it with these stats, MiRai can, I'm sure of that. Meanwhile, TAH, who still hasn't found the any key, I can't remember if that was behind the fairy passage, it is into P1. Wow, holy lag, Batman. Of course, we don't know whether this is long GP or short GP either. We also don't know whether Thunderbird will be in the way, and MiRai's not too happy about these rooms. TAH thinking for a bit. Gotta be really patient with these chicken knights. Any rash move and you're just gonna take a death.
Alright, sorry, I had to AFK for a few minutes, but I'm back. I see MiRai is in GP.
Yeah, he's not really liking the layout, though.
Oh boy. Oh, this room's always fun for little platforms. The HIC is in P1. And TH has got one back to start. Oops.
Yeah, walking out to preserve that little bit of experience he got.
Yeah. Trying for attack 3 here. Oh, well, yeah, Trails, this is just your kind of seed. 1 heart container, attack 3. Like, what is practically the bare minimum equipment for GP. Even 8 Elevate Magic Jars only gets you so far when you only have a Magic 4, as Zerai takes a death to this Blue Chicken Knight.
Of note, Trails is the first runner in this tournament to get a 3-0 record in the Swiss round. The winner of this match will be the second.
Oh yes, Yep, and it is 3 races to get, 3 races to move on the brackets. So the winner secures it, the losers of this match, has 2 more weeks to get another win.
Hey, I think that's our first spicy chicken.
Yeah.
Hey, TAH is back in the east. Let's hope he can finally find that magic jar.
I really hope so.
But no, he's more interested in P4.
Which,
That was a very long jackhammer. Oh no.
Was.
Okay, MiRai's in the room that would be right before Thunderbird in the vanilla game. Not leading to Thunderbird or Dark Link immediately now, though. So, I think MiRai's already been this way and he backed out, and now he's changing his mind and deciding, you know, maybe this was the way to go after all. He didn't want to go through this room. Even though it turns out there aren't any enemies in it, just a fairy. TAH deep into P4 at this point. Did we just make a circle around? Looks like that was just a loop around. Okay, haven't been this way yet, I don't think. But I think this is MiRai's last life. So he's got to be sent back to start if he's not careful. And the rooms keep heading left, which... And MiRai might be wishing he had taken that Reflect spell now, because this is trouble. Oh, back to start. But at least now he's ruled out a lot of things, so he can get back to that room with more lives. But first, we gotta go through the lagorific chicken and waffles room. Hey, we can hear you now.
Okay, for some reason my mic decided to quit as well. That was not me purposely muting myself, I had to double check, but yeah. Not sure how long I was talking there without you guys being able to hear me.
Quite a few minutes.
I know I had to actually AFK for a bit.
Yeah, and then you came back and almost immediately disappeared again, but...
Oh, did I? I'm sorry about that, chat. Tech issues. And I don't have Discord in the foreground, so I can't tell the icons
TAH seems to have found Karok.
Karok, you mean Rebo?
No, Rebo. Okay. I totally mistook which palace he was in. Because he's been in it for so long, I forgot which one it was.
You're fine. Honestly, I also forgot part of the
Only he never got downstab. He never went to Mito and got downstab.
Because downstab is in the southern portion of the last
Oh, right.
He can't get there still. He still only has 4 magic jars, and Barry is 73 at magic 4. It's not castable for him. Hey, Starfall! Yep! Beep! Is, what happened to this seed? I'm sorry for accidentally ditching you on comms, Jossie. Tech issues suck.
Yeah, so this was around where... this was the room that MiRai didn't make it past last time. Because there is a blue chicken knight up ahead.
Yep.
So he's catching his breath. He does have 1 life to give, so it's not automatic return to start here, but oh no.
Oh no. Yes, MiRai has beep on, most people turned it off, but MiRai has kept it on for I don't know which reason. He decided he likes to hear beep, the beep, beep, beep all the time.
Is there a giant bot here that he's trying to trigger or something?
I have no idea.
Okay, now we're going right again at least. Oh no.
Spicy chicken.
In emojis.
There's no way to avoid this thing. You have to fight it. And there's a blue chicken knight behind it, which is even worse. This is not the fun room. Okay, some neat jumping to avoid the chicken and its fireballs. Gets past the blue chicken knight, and there's an orange one! Yay!
And more lag!
For context, the NES really struggles to load this many projectiles when you've got multiple chicken knights and a regular spicy chicken going at the same time. And that is a game over.
Wow, but he's pretty sure at this point, just from exhausting other possibilities, that he has to go this way. He just needs to be careful with his 4 lives.
Pretty much. 1 heart container is still hurting. But I don't think there is another heart container at this point in the seed. We've seen 2 out of 6. We've seen 2 out of 6 palace items. We're missing the child and medicine, which are 2 of the other palace items. So that leaves us with what? 2 remaining item checks that might be heart containers, but also equally just might be some more junk. RTH has resigned himself to just getting Magic 5 and hoping Fairy's castable, it looks like. or at minimum at least get attack 3, because this is really hurting. For TH, just not surviving long enough for levels.
I have to say, all that magic at least is helping MiRai.
It is. TH
At what point, though, do you go out and try to grind a few more levels?
I don't know, honestly, because it's tough on a 1-heart container seed when you've seen most of the item checks. Attack 4 would be helpful. But that's going to take some time to grind. You don't know where your opponent is. Higher life levels aren't going to do much. I don't know, I could see either player at this point. It's a tough one. Yeah, life 6 is not gonna do. Life 5 and life 6 won't be doing much, I don't think. Life levels just generally are mediocre at best on 1-heart. TH still on his grind. It looks like a magic 5, maybe? I guess that's 1410. I think it's from life 5 and magic 5, but he's just gonna grind these Iron Knuckles 200 at a time, and he'll get there eventually.
Oh, he's not going down that shaft this time. I thought probably doesn't want to go to the emoji room if he can help it. Jeez, this is awful.
Yeah. Alright, paperclip room.
Why is it called paperclip room?
Because the way the shape looks kind of like a paperclip with a little
Oh, I guess kind of.
It's hard to tell when you're in-game, but if you go to like a side view editor, it's more obvious. Right, yeah, you have to cast jump here. You cannot get across the gap without jump or fairy, and well, fairy is not castable on two bars of magic.
Oh, another one of these bridges.
Yep.
All things considered, a giant bubble wasn't that. Here's T-Bird!
Oh boy, here's T-Bird.
And we're gonna have to take a death to be able to cast Thunder.
Yep, it takes out 4 bars of magic today on Magic 4.
And on Attack 3, how many hits does it take to take down T-Bird?
That is a fantastic question. Also, in better news for TAH, he finally got Magic 5. Woohoo! He can actually cast Fairy, so he's finally progressing the scene. Wahoo! Oh man. TH finally getting Fairy castable. Never managed to survive long enough to get a Magic Jar, but did manage to get Magic 5. Unfortunately, at grind to Magic 5 means he's on Attack 2. It's only 510 at least, but that's still gonna take a bit to get.
This is a long, slow T-Bird fight with no margin for error. MiRai has a good pendulum going, though.
Fire is Reflect. Okay, thanks, champ.
That's why he didn't bother with Reflect.
That would explain it, yeah.
Halfway through T-Bird. Now T-Bird's not cooperating, kind of broke the pendulum. T-Bird down.
Yep.
And that'll give him a level. He's just shrugging and taking the level in life. Could have taken the level in attack. But he decided he'd rather be at life 5 than attack 4.
And that is a dead end.
Yeah. Oh no, he is not happy that he came all this way for the dead end, which means that we're gonna have to go through that emoji room.
Yes, we are. The world's most fun emoji room.
I'm not even sure he can get back there. I mean, didn't he take a drop to get here?
I don't remember.
Or maybe he can harvest another 350 XP and take attack 4.
Okay, does manage to knock the red chicken knight into the lava. Each clearing out.
Oh yeah, it was right. This paperclip room was just, well, and then there were some number. Oh right, it's those guys who, he can actually harvest, some decent points off of. Though he might want to cast Reflect. Because he kills 5 more of them, and that's a level.
I think 4TH is just not having a good day. Just wasn't able to survive long enough to get a magic jar, so couldn't cast Fairy for a solid hour.
I can't even remember what we found in Death Mountain.
I wrote both of the items down. And I don't remember either of them, but I wrote them down. Jar and a pea bag, so in other words, absolute junk.
And we're back to the emoji room.
I don't think TH likes One Heart Seeds. I don't think he likes One Heart Seeds, though. Especially this one is horrendous. And yep, happy 1 hour, everyone. 1 hour into one very rough seed. Back to the chickens, and the beeps, and the lag, and that's another death. Down to his last life here.
He took a hit before he could even refill his life.
Yeah.
So where was the magic key then? That was somewhere in the latter part of West Hyrule, yes?
It is. I don't know where. I just wrote down that it is in West Hyrule, in the southern half, someplace or another.
This is just an ugly room to have to go through every single time.
Yeah.
And TAH discovering that it was just a blue jar as the dungeon item there.
Yeah. Probably also wondering how on earth MiRai isn't done in 6 minutes into a 1-gem seed, but, well, 1 heart container is really proving to be a bad day. Usually 1-gemmers take less time than this, but, that glove pen took a while for MiRai. That fairy grind took a really long time for TAH. And this GP just really, really, really sucks.
Okay, back to the emoji room.
Yeah.
But neither of these runners wanted to invoke the mercy rule when they had a chance. That spicy chicken just really causing trouble as TAH gets to Horsehead. Shouldn't be too bad of a battle, should be able to place his one and only gem after this.
Yep.
And now we're at the lagorific part of the room where 2 chicken knights come at us at once.
Yep. TH finally placing his gem at an hour 8, MiRai taking another game over, yowp.
I don't think TAH is going to have any better of a time of GP than MiRai is. In fact, he'll have a worse time because he has a lot less magic.
Yeah.
You know, when you told me this was going to be a 1 heart container seed, I really thought that, they'd find other heart containers along the way.
I thought this would be shorter. I did not expect more heart containers. I thought it was going to be a little bit shorter than this. An hour 9 now, almost, is pretty long for a 1-gemmer. Even a 1 heart 1-gemmer usually takes a little bit less time than this. Welcome in, ZSR, rated with a party of 74. Good luck, Slavu. Welcome into Beepity Beep. Welcome in from our ALTTPR raiders. we got ourselves Zelda 2 Randomizer. This is the tail end of a really awful seed.
Or at least we hope it's the tail end.
Tail end being used loosely. They are both now in the final dungeon / palace, as they're called in this game. It's just that surviving it is being a really, really, really hard time on one heart container.
Yeah, so chat's talking about the mercy rule. You have 30 minutes into the seed to invoke a mercy rule if you think the seed is too tough, and if both runners agree to it, they can re-roll. But neither runner expressed any interest in the mercy rule, so they're now stuck with this seed.
Yes, they are. Starting with his leg, horrific room just that TH is in right now. Death there, womp womp. And MiRai is also stuck in taking another death. Yeah, she just absolutely assuming that
and
GP sucks.
Again, for those of you just getting here, one of the things was MiRai finally found Thunderbird, had a really tough battle with Thunderbird, but persevered, and then it led to a dead end.
Yeah, but he's like, oh, come on. Yeah, to our ALTTPR raiders, this is Z2R's version of Mystery. Flags are a mystery. Uses basically the built-in settings in Z2 Randomizer to generate totally random flags for the seed, and then you get whatever you get. So today this was a 1-gem seed, so you only needed to beat 1 dungeon / palace. On the other hand, they started with 1 heart container. There are no more heart containers in this seed. In Z2 Max Rando, your maximum number of heart containers can be anywhere between the number you started with and 8. They started with 1 heart container, and apparently their maximum hearts is also 1. They're not having a good time.
MiRai's on his last life again. He has not gotten past this room yet. By process of elimination, this room must lead to Darklink. And there's a game over.
Game over. Why are we not surprised? Right, we can see his face cam on the commentary page, and he is really having a think. Also having a look at the race room, I assume, at this point, wondering how TH isn't done yet. Yeah, there might be a heart container. There are 4 item locations left, and only 2 of those are known to be items that aren't hearts. For sure, and that we're missing 2 other items, being the medicine and child, but
looks like MiRai is gonna go out, and I don't know if he's gonna try to farm palaces for their items or just farm enemies for their XP.
I don't know, because it might be helpful to get attack 4. Maybe you might be able to actually make a dent in the chickens on attack.
And he was so close to getting attack 4 after his T-Bird fight when he had all that experience. But he opted not to farm it at the time.
No, and I think he's starting to regret that choice now. Because higher life levels really isn't going to do a whole lot on 1 heart container, but the higher attack level might let you smash through the chickens a bit easier. Because it's the chickens that are giving them a bad day, as usual. We have indeed had a double forfeit before, yes. One of TheAlanHeffley's races in last year's Max Rando tournament was so bad that both he and his opponent quit.
And that was a brackets match, too.
Yeah, they ended up both double forfeiting. It was losers brackets, so they just both ended up taking the loss, and I think whoever was supposed to be their next round opponent just took the bye instead, because, well, the GP sucked hard that seed. This GP I don't think is quite as bad, it's just that they've only got 1 heart container. If they had more hearts, this wouldn't be too terrible, but 1 heart and lowish levels, these levels are actually fairly decent for a 1-gemmer. Really decent for a 1-gemmer, not so decent for an hour 14, because they haven't been able to survive long enough to get higher levels without using gems.
So is this P6 that MiRai's in?
I think it is. I don't think it's 3, at least. That was a greater shade of green. I have not been paying a great deal of attention to the palaces since we saw P1 and P1 fairly quickly, and the rest are just kind of, okay, they exist.
That's a heck of a way to farm an iron knuckle.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes something special to have a seed where both runners just not quit out of it. I don't think these guys are at that point. It takes a lot to get to the point where you just don't want to do the seed anymore. This seed is bad, don't get me wrong, but it's not the complete and utter trash yet that the double forfeit from last year was. I think several loops got involved, and the runners just got so lost and so confused and died so many times that they both quit. This GP is bad, but it's not a ridiculously loopy mess, at least.
Yeah, I mean, we've found the route, and if we had more than one heart container, we'd, be fine with it.
Yeah. And thank you, VXR, for posting the highlight of a section from that, in fact, special race, where the comms got really quite bored. So they went off, so Chromaticalism went off on a bit of a tangent, telling some Lovecraftian stories. I'm surprised where I didn't tank attack 4 there, because Life 6 and Magic 5 really don't do a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's going for. Is he just like really trying to get his life up to level 8 or something?
Like, how much is it even going to do, though, honestly, in one heart container? Like, is it worth the grind for dying maybe one
Well,
last
there's
time?
Barba. Is he gonna beat Barba for the XP? Looks like it.
Yeah, hey Desies, it is a 1 heart seed. There is a reason why they are still here at an hour 17 on a 1-gemmer. And to be clear, this is a 1-gem seed. This seed just sucks.
And he's on attack 3, and we've got a beefy Barba, so we could be in for a bit of a fight here.
At least Barba's decently consistent, compared to, say, Uma, at least, but it does still take a while. Yeah, TH is in GP, MiRai's trying to get another level. The thing is, this GP is rough. There's a lot of chickens in it. We're pretty sure a very nasty emoji room is the Hathlete to Dark Blink. There's one spicy chicken, an orange chicken knight, and a blue chicken knight guarding the thing, and getting through it has not been fun. Getting to it already is a bad time. Like, TH is down to 2 lives. Alright, well that is Life 6.
MiRai wanted Life 6. And now he's gonna walk out and probably try to find the item room. See if it might be a heart container. I'm guessing it'll be the child.
I'll guess it's the medicine then. But yeah, I doubt it. Yeah, I don't know how much Life 6 is going to make a huge difference. TH taking another death. Yeah, that's the thing, Landimus. Life 6 might be a bit better than Life 5, but yeah, the difference is subtle on 1 heart container.
TH, yeah. And another blue iron knuckle. So this
Yeah,
is
maxing out.
P6. We've also got some Rebos hanging out in here somewhere.
There might be, yeah, so that depends on the room layouts and
Oh,
things.
2 blue iron knuckles. Double your pleasure, double your fun.
Chaos double Thundercast isn't possible, I don't think. Thunder's a bit horrendously expensive this seed.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
neither of
vanilla
these guys are
cast value.
Yeah. Neither of these guys are particular quitters. It really took a lot for TH to quit that 1 seed last year. So they're sticking this out at least until the other finish.
And MiRai, I'm sure at this point wouldn't mind 125 more XP and, okay, 55 more XP and attack 4, maybe. Perhaps.
I would get attack 4. I don't know how, like, attacks. Life levels aren't gonna do a ton on 1 heart. He's got 8 magic jars. I would try for attack levels. Yeah. Attack would make the farm faster and also might make a bit of a dent in the chickens, because the chickens are being chickens.
Well, at least he's not on his last life anymore.
Yeah, there's that. Small mercies. Alright, there's his. No. Alright.
He can't possibly be going for life 7. That would be way too much XP. Is he just hoping for magic 5 to maybe cast more spells in a go round?
Maybe. I would've. Because he's got 8 magic jars, too, is the thing.
Well, he does sometimes run out of magic, but yeah, I don't think casting more spells is gonna help him get through that emoji room.
I mean, Joshi D, he's not killing much in GP. Well, he currently can't kill much of anything in GP on attack 3. It's just not making it done in the chickens. Like, I don't think being able to cast increased spells is going to do him much anyhow. And he can't use the gems. This is a 1-gemmer. They have used the 1 gem already.
If he still had gems to use, he couldn't have been in GP.
Yeah.
But I'm confused why he doesn't want attack 4, because I really think that would give him a better chance at the emoji room than magic 5 would.
Like, what's he gonna do with the next gen magic? Well, like, don't think it's gonna make Thunder that much cheaper.
Well,
Shield's
we'll
already
see.
Castable. Ooh, TH taking the hits coming out of that first lawful room. It's hard to not get hit in that room. At least he made out there without taking a death, because that first room is nasty enough. Just that by itself will cause you to take a death sometimes. Ender's still 64 at Magic 5? Why am I not surprised? Yeah. Hey Sparkles, welcome into... This is bad. It's a 1-heart container seed. T-Bird led into a dead end. Apparently there are no other heart containers in existence, as far as we can figure. And GP just sucks. MiRai tried and died, I don't know, 5 or 10 times? Something like that, in a really nasty emoji and chickens room. That is the only remaining path to GP. Dark Lincoln has decided he wants to get some levels instead.
And he's really determined to find the item room here in P6.
Apparently he is. Our remaining items for context are the medicine, the child, the medicine leads, which lead to shield and fairy, respectively. I mean, shield's not useless, I just don't know if it's worth the dig. Fairy they already have, because they started with that. Um. But yeah, they're missing the child, they're missing the medicine. Shield might be helpful at least, yes. I don't know if it's necessarily worth what's apparently a close to 10-minute dig by now. I have not been keeping track. Yeah, they start with the immediate. No, they start with both Shield and Fairy, that's a point. I remember they started with Fairy and forgot they started with Shield, so both Child and Medicine are useless. That's me being a scatterbrain. And that's a jar insect.
Oh no. So we were both wrong about what the item would be.
It's not a heart container, though. We've heard.
But really doesn't make sense diving palaces anymore because one of them's gonna have the child, one of them's gonna have the medicine, and so there's only one place, right? But MiRai's going back into GP.
Yeah. For those who are confused, this is a really hard one heart container seed. GP is really quite rough. I don't think and T-Bird is a dead end immediately. If you can survive T-Bird on attack 3, that is, in one heart container. The first room in GP is this delightful chicken and waffles room. Complete with lag.
But you can see MiRai definitely has the better execution of the two because they were in the same room at the same time.
Yeah. But yes, it's a 1 heart container seed. It's a 1 gem seed. So that's... If they want higher levels, they have to really grind for it. MiRai spent about 10 minutes or something just now grinding levels. Got Life 5 and Magic 5 out of it. That was about it.
Life 6.
Life 6, sorry, I can't read. Life 6 and Magic 5 out of said grind and is back. The only remaining path that can lead to Dark Link is a very nasty chicken and emoji room. And it's a doozy. Yes, MiRai absolutely could have had another attack level and chose not to. Considering how much Life 6 and Magic 5 appear to be doing, yeah.
Yeah, I can kind of understand Life 6. I can't understand Magic 5 over Attack 4.
Yeah. I mean, Attack 4 isn't the most useful. I mean, all 3 kind of suck, but Attack 4 at least might get through the chickens a little bit quicker, because trying to avoid the chickens has been
Jay Cooper pointing out that Attack 4's biggest benefit would have been on Thunderbird, but we already got by him on Attack 3.
That's true. Yes, VXR. I remember that one. The spell has its quirks. Yeah, Magic 6 might drop the cost of spells a fair bit, but they just can't survive long enough to get it. Or survive long enough to do much of anything else, really.
And here's the emoji room! Chicken and emojis.
Welcome back! The smiley face is really not appropriate.
We have our Nashville Hot here, and then we get the blue one that was left in the freezer for too long.
And okay, that orange knuckle chicken knight at least went down with 1 hit. Okay, gets through in 1 piece. Finally.
In time for another blue one.
Yay! And a fork. Oh boy. Up is another paperclip room. And here's this fairy.
Oh no.
Wait, was this a loop?
No. I don't think so. I don't think we've seen this chicken and waffles room before.
That's a point. No, I think I just got mixed up with repeat rooms. But this chicken and waffles room is about as fun as the first chicken and waffles room. At least this one is a traditional waffle, so the chickens are stuck until you let them loose. And you can in fact avoid the blue one altogether.
Yeah, we just have that fire-breathing rope there.
Which is enough to kill MiRai. Alright, that is the first waffle done, being super cautious. The second one has no enemies in it. Alright, that works. Up. And
Yay!
hey, there we are.
Only took an hour and a half to find Dark Link. Let's hope we can beat him. Because every so often he gets a lucky hit in. Get your GGs in for MiRai, second runner in this tournament to clinch a spot in brackets.
130-26. GG's. It's finally done with this seed.
And
Yeah,
TAH still going.
He is. I'm not sure if it's because he really just wants to see this to the end, or if he just hasn't seen the dot done. Either way, he is continuing.
MiRai says he needs a moment, probably to catch his breath after that. But he will be joining us shortly.
Yeah. I think MiRai is playing as a Crystallis, right, if memory serves. Yeah, confirming, thank you. Simia from Crystallis.
Fast forwarding the credits here. Looks like he's about to join us here.
Yep. GG's, MiRai.
Yeah, I don't know what to. I'll accept it, but I don't know if it's. I don't know what that was.
I mean, the big question is, do you have any shred of your sanity left after that seed?
I gotta say, I mean, it was a great training session. That's like the worst of the worst. That's it right there.
Yeah, that sucked pretty hard.
I would like to apologize to everyone for how long that took. I'm sure that was not ultra exciting to watch that again and again and again there.
TH wasn't having any better of a time, unfortunately. He never did manage to find another magic jar. Couldn't survive long enough to pick up any of the overworld ones.
Yeah, your big break was that first magic jar you found in East Hyrule, honestly, because then you could cast Fairy.
Yeah.
TH spent a full hour before he could get Magic 5, which got Fairy castable. He's still on 4 jars.
Yeah, I dipped out of P6 there. I just thought to myself, I was thinking if Alan is right there, I mean, if he's been dealing with this, it's likely that he's probably stepped out of GP at this point if he was in there and went to go try to find other stuff. And I'm thinking that the longer I just smash my head against this wall, you know, the more likely that I may end up losing if he finds more heart containers along the way or something. And so I stepped out to go to P6 and I got 2 levels. I went from level life 5 to life 6, hoping that I was not going to get one shot by that Firebird's fire in that emoji room. That's the thing that was just shutting me down in there on that first half of it. And when I made it through there the next time, I never even touched the fire. So I don't even know if that would help me to survive that. So I have no idea.
Yeah, that's how the game goes sometimes. You go get the level to do the thing, and then it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and I got a magic level as well, which did bring down fairy from 73 down to 56. So that allowed me to have a little bit more magic later on in the same life without having to worry about picking up a red jar or blue jar or anything like that. So that was helpful. But my God, that's an intense training session right there of your sanity, of your skills. Holy shizer.
And between you and Alan, we saw, like, at most there is one heart container sitting in a palace somewhere.
Yep.
Oh, so was there a heart? Was there?
No, just we there were 3 palaces we didn't see the item, and we have child and medicine still outstanding. So at most there can be one heart container.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. I just
Yeah.
I wouldn't hold my breath for that second heart container at this point. It sounds like.
No, it's unlikely to exist.
And it's just what luck with that one heart container seed and having GPB so crazy. I mean, it wasn't, once you figured it out, it wasn't too bad to make it to that emoji room, but it just kept giving, man. It had just kept giving. That was like the true test to see how well you could, how quickly you could learn those rooms, how you could use your resources as, as little as you could to get through those rooms, avoiding as damage as best as you could. And, just saving everything until you got to that really hard emoji room, which was crazy, which was RNG. It was just pure RNG on whether you could make it through there, I think. And, yeah, I just, I don't know what else to say. Everyone watched that, I'm sure. And it's just, again, I'm sorry that took so long. That's not ultra exciting to watch just endless deaths and game overs and up and A's and man, but
we were so hopeful when you did T-Bird, and that was a great T-Bird fight, by the way. Attack 3 in one heart container.
Yeah, I was doing some dancing on that one for sure, man. Holy jeez. And then the dead end 2 or 3 rooms later, and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. It's through that emoji room.
Right, that's exactly what we were thinking. And that is the forfeit from TheAlanHeffley. Finally threw in the towel, though he did find his first magic jar before giving up. So let's see if he can join us as well.
I was actually wondering if we were going to see a mercy call, mercy rule an invocation of the mercy rule from Ellen's side, because I wasn't sure whether I wanted to re-roll this because I was like, oh no, this is going to be horrible. And I'm thinking that one gem, there's no real time to build up. It sounds like Ellen says the same thing in the race room. He's waiting for the mercy rule. I didn't want to do it. Because I was like, we'll just try it. We'll just see what happens. Oh, that's so funny.
Wow, so neither of you quite wanted to pull the trigger yourselves.
Yeah, we couldn't pull the parachute, yeah.
Alright, GG's TAH. I don't blame him for quitting. I'll see if he wants to come chat about this disaster.
Oh, he says he's got to get set up for, well, take a breather so that he can get set up for cracking a Zelda 1 rando in 20 minutes. Because, hey, in addition to this tournament, the big Zelda 1 rando tournament is going on. The big ALTTPR tournament is starting in about 2.5 weeks. We've got Zeldas of any size and shape that you can ask for right now.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to have to watch this one back to see exactly how I played this versus Alan in the early game. And I just, man, that was rough. It was questionable jumping to P1 so early because I was thinking, man, I should just get some levels in the outside world and use the gem to get a higher experience level. And I was like, but I got to kind of rush to get through this one gem. I can't be screwed around. And yeah, I don't know. I'm going to have to watch this one back and see exactly how routing was early game.
Yeah, I think it just came down ultimately, unfortunately, because TH spent a full hour getting fairy castable, basically, and that that was his that was unfortunately what ended him. He just was not able to survive long enough to get a magic jar. I think he was in both of the item caves that had ones or something like that. He just couldn't stay alive long enough to get the items and ended up just having a really bad day.
That's unfortunate. You hate. I mean, I must have felt bad from his side, just knowing that just something is just out of reach, and you need this, and you can't find it or you can't get to it, and yeah, that sucks. Just from especially from like audience perspective as well. I was, you're always hoping that you get that close race, especially in these disaster seeds, but yeah, it doesn't. I mean, by no means was this like a blowout or anything because I wasted freaking, and I don't know how long I wasted, 40 minutes at least, and in GP. So, that was my ultra struggle through that. But that's unfortunate. It played out like that on Alan's side. But it was not an easy seed for sure. This is definitely a training session for anyone who wants that flag set and that seed. We can share that. We can share that in the Z2R Discord if you really want to try that one yourself.
Yep. This was a special seed. But GG's on sticking it out, and congrats on making bracket.
Yeah, thanks. That's true. And next round, I think it's going to be there's three potentials for 3-0s going into the next round. So even though it's just Swiss and we've kind of secured our place in brackets, the opponents get more difficult at this point. So if Level Engine takes the win from Elendar coming up, then he'll be 3-0, and Trails has made 3-0 at this point. So yeah, that's going to be potentially us three moving into the next week, and some tough, really tough opponents moving forward.
For sure.
But yeah, not to. You guys are bored out of your mind already. That was enough GP, enough talking from me. We got another Z2R race going on in the background somewhere, I'm sure. Slamu and Big Picket. So yeah, we got to check that out.
Yep. GG's. Any last thoughts, Drosy, before I take us out?
No, I'm still in a bit of shock over the seed. I'm sure MiRai is as well.
This was a special one for sure. Quite a stinker for a one gemmer.
But
so
hey,
I picked up the seed as I always do at the beginning of right before the race stream starts, and I hear beep. And I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy, of course it is.
But hey, MiRai, now you really can feel like you earned that seed,
yeah,
bracket spot with blood.
Without a doubt, I earned that win for sure. Jesus.
That was a seed. GG's, and we hope to see you around some more as usual.
Yep. Same to you guys as well. See everyone in the Discord, and have a good night.
All right. Any last thoughts, Drosy, and then I'll outro?
Well, it's been fun working with you, Star, as always. And hopefully next time it won't be quite this long and painful of a seed.
No promises. But we'll see. To give our runners here follow TheAlanHeffley and MiRai. Shoutouts to my co-com Drosy and to our tracker Cheeseburger Friday doing great work as always, as well as to everyone in chat for watching. This will be it here for us tonight on ZSR2 and on ZSR in general. Coming up ahead on the schedule, we've got ourselves on Friday is the only other weekday restream. It will be an Ocarina of Time Randomizer Season 5 tournament, losers round 5 between Just Sam and Rock Chalk. That will be at 5:50 Eastern, and then we've got a boatload of races over the weekend. Next Z2R race will be tomorrow. Will not be restreamed per runner request. That will be at 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow between Wheeler J. Bradley and Ghost Tank. So if people want to check that out and have a little watch party in the Discord, they can choose to do that. This shall be it for us. We're going to go over and read Big Slamu. As previously mentioned, he and BKPKD Patrick are currently racing each other. Hopefully their seed's a little better than this nonsense we just finished. So let's see how that's holding up for him. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good night.